What's up, my loungies? Welcome to Toxic Teen Lounge. Everything in this video is allegedly. Let's chat. Disclaimer: I do not condone in any form of bullying or violence on this platform. Anything in this video is for information purposes and also entertainment purposes only. These are my opinions. Now, this platform consists of celebrity drama, rumors, opinions, roasting tea with some shade and some sensitive topics. So, if you get triggered easily, or if you crash out over your faves on the internet, or if you take things personal, this platform will not be for you. Okay? But you can proceed at your own risk. Now, in this segment, we are only going to be talking about Shamarco's boo thing, Alvo. He got some things that he wanted to say. We got some update with Meatball. We have Waka Flocka. And we have a voice with her part 5 of the Dwight Howard story time. Before we get into all of this hot ass mess, my loungies, please make sure to like the video. Thank you and a happy New Year's. Alvo. So y'all already know people are insinuating and been talking about it since him and Shamarco popped out, that they think that Alvo is using Shamarco. But he has been saying he has not.
A person who know how to get to that back. And if I'm gonna take my glasses off and everything, let me tell y'all this. Some of y'all are so annoying in my comments because it's so ignorant and childish. Y'all keep telling me I'm using this boy, but can't give me a reason why I'm using him. And the real reason and the real thing that nobody not speaking about, I'm gonna speak on it. The real thing is, because y'all said in my DMs plenty of time, y'all feel like because the way that he look, the way his body look, the way his teeth is, that nobody gonna want to be with him for real. Ain't nobody gonna love him. It gonna always just be for clout. Now tell me, why you built like a linebacker and you got 16 kids and 28 baby daddies and you work at Popeyes and your baby daddy ain't got no job. He working in your pockets, laying on your couch, texting the girl down the street. Tell me why you sitting here thinking you can get a man and you can get a handsome looking guy or you can get a guy, but a person who confident in theyself, a person who know how to love on people, who know how to respect their man, a person who know how to get to that bag for real, a person who got their own motion, a person who's chosen by God, a person who makes me feel good and make me feel.
I mean, that is true. It's a lot of people that are out here that is with somebody, and the outside would be like, how the hell did that person get this person? It happens all the time. It don't matter if it's a disability. It don't matter if it's just looks. It don't matter if it's weight. Okay? It's always going to be something to be said when somebody is with somebody. Not everybody's intentions are pure and genuine. So maybe that's where it comes into play. Is it genuine? Or is it just a front to make it seem genuine so you can still be around for the whatever that he think he getting out of it? Now let's do a quick update with Meatball. Okay, so we just talked about Meatball. She had her little crash out session with her ex, and she had a lot of things to say. And we spoke about that. But it's looking like she still sound like she's in some type of depression mode. Okay? She says, I be going in and out, y'all. I be feeling alone when I feel like everybody against me. Because I'm showing my feelings. I be reminiscing a lot. Just be cooking me right now. I'm going through a phase, a breakup. Please, it's not easy getting over this, especially when a person ignoring you, not trying to hear you out. I'm sorry, guys. Unfollow me. It's life. We all go through our ups and downs. I'm hurt. I can't get over this. I'm even more hurt because I keep bashing him on social media, and I've never wanted to do this. But when are you going to communicate and speak up? But I'm actually over it, y'all. It is what it is. I can't start my new year off like this. May God watch over me and protect me while I'm going through this. Amen. Good night. I love my supportive people. Even trying to get my lick back hurts not worth it anymore. Man, he got it. I need some rest. Thanks for people staying in my corner, allowing me to vent. I'm taking it day by day. I be going in and out it sometimes. Okay. She also says, I'll cry my heart out on this app. I don't care. Don't watch me. Bye. She also says, stop asking where my mom at when it comes to my platform, because she checks me every day and my social media. She's real and keep it to real. Stop asking where she at in my life because she here. Now play more. Keep it cute though, for you have no kids. What? Whew. I'm just going to say this, right? We all go through stuff. We all have some type of feeling about things or, whatever the case may be. But one thing that annoys me is when people come online and show how depressed they are when they start talking that depressing talk, when they start acting like they don't want to be here in this world no more. That to me is so annoying. I just can't take it. Something about it just cringes me out. I know y'all be like, oh, be empathetic. Yeah, I could be empathetic in certain situations, but I'm not going to be empathetic to every single thing, especially the things that people can seek help for. Like, if you're feeling down, you always having ups and downs, and you having these, too entitled thoughts, you know what I'm talking about. If you have any type of thoughts, seek help if you can't do it by yourself. And especially if you're knowing that the people and the support people around you is not really supporting you, right? Because people could say, oh, I have people to support me all day, but then you still in this mode and you act like nobody's there for you and people don't treat you right and you just complain about the people around you. So who the hell is around you that could support you and help you get better? I just feel like coming on the internet is not the way to go. It's just a place where people could just put their business out and just people could judge you and have opinions on. That's basically what it is. The internet is a place where you also go come online and see what the hell's going on in the world. All right? That's just what it is. I don't know. That's just me. Hopefully she get the help that she needs and pray about it. Because girl, De'Ara and Kim. Okay, so y'all know they are no longer together. But it's looking like De'Ara is suing Ken for allegedly stealing $100K out of their joint account. Okay, and Ken definitely responded to these allegations. Okay, so let's get into some what the sources are saying. Ken took to his Instagram to give a brief response to De'Ara's newly filed lawsuit. If you aren't caught up to speed, in a nutshell, De'Ara and Ken had an agreement on how the remaining assets/money will be split following their breakup. They will also continue to share a joint account with a set amount of money in it so they could continue to pay for the day-to-day operations of the brand they built together, paying employees, etc. When De'Ara checked the account, she saw at least half of the money was taken out without her knowledge, and when she confronted him about it, he claimed it was used for medical bills. However, De'Ara isn't buying this story since the two both received over $200K following the sale of a property they owned together, so he shouldn't be hurting for money. And when the money was taken out, it didn't align with his story because Ken has been ducking her with claims of being broke and staying with his mom and or outright not responding. De'Ara has also been forced to pay back taxes totaling thousands of dollars by herself. Okay? After numerous attempts to collect the money that rightfully belonged to her, she is now suing to reclaim those funds, along with other damages, citing Ken's social media posts as proof he is not as broke as he claims to be.
All right, let's go ahead and address this really, really quickly. First of all, good morning. It's too early for this. But anyway, let's go ahead and address a couple things. Number one, the $40,000 regarding the car. Came to the end agreement after we had a number of conversations about it. You keep the car. We break even on the loan. The car's valued like $43,000. The loan's $40,000. We break even. Boom. Never heard about it since. You got a bill of sale. You've got the title to the car, everything. Cool. That was it. Regarding the bank account, again, extensive text messages regarding this. We had a phone call after all our conversations, December 12th at 4 p.m. I think in 2022 this was. Again, this is in text messages. We had a number of conversations on it. People on your team said, hey, you follow this personal income, pay the taxes on it. Cool. Never talked about it since. Everything else, Snapchat, the YouTube videos, whatever. It's like, I thought we moved past this years ago.
De'Ara has been letting Ken slide for years. I know a lot of women who would have had Ken laying in a fetal position for playing on their tops. Ken deserves this lawsuit. This year is already panning out to be one of the books. One half of the internet talking about De'Ara suing Ken, and the other half trying to figure out what's going on in the New Orleans / the world. De'Ara was really planning a life with Ken. That's what pisses me off the most. Like, she was cutting this man a check off her deals when all of that money could have been going to just her. De'Ara filed a lawsuit against Ken. Oh, 2025 is already starting off messy. Y'all thought it was going to be positive? Just read De'Ara's lawsuit against Ken for $100K. She is not bitter because what he did was trifling. How are you going to cheat on me multiple times, not work, and steal my money? Shaking my damn head. You wrong for that, Ken. Ken coming online to address the lawsuit knowing De'Ara isn't doing the public online bullcrap is hilarious. Pay that girl her money back. I'm glad De'Ara is suing Ken. Mother effer done cheated so many times and stole from her after the split. Ew. He's such a lowlife. People are getting it all wrong. Ken stole $20K from De'Ara, which was rightfully hers. The other $80K she's suing for is the money she had to pay out of pocket for their taxes and bills, because Ken took the money out of their joint account that was meant for their taxes and bills. De'Ara suing Ken is not something I expected to see in 2025. Can y'all stop with the shocking stuff? De'Ara's bitter. Ken popped out with this new girlfriend. Now all of a sudden she's suing him. She had 3 years to do that. I mean, if it did happen that long ago, why now? I watched the whole video about why De'Ara's suing Ken. All I gotta say is only a dummy would share accounts / earn income with someone they're not married to. Now, this is the girlfriend. Do y'all think that De'Ara is jealous? Because why now? Why now? If this happened years ago. Okay? It just don't make no sense. You understand what I'm saying? But let me know how y'all feel about it. Now, Ken and De'Ara. Now, yes, I feel like that's dumb. If you're in a relationship with somebody, that doesn't mean that you have to or obligated to have a joint account. What's yours is not mine, and what's mine is not yours. That's just not, no. Okay? That's not how it goes. That's what happens in marriages and stuff like that. So when you get into relationships and you do stuff like this, now you got court battles. Now you have all drama and you're going to be stressing yourself out. Okay? Well, hopefully they get it together, because if he claims that there's text messages backing up whatever that's in the lawsuit that's false, then he might win this if there is proof. Now, De'Ara, I don't think that she's just going to come out of nowhere and start this whole court process if she don't got no evidence to back it up on her end either. So we shall see how that is going to play out. And stop with the, 2025. Y'all complaining just because the new year here, as if 2024 was a positive thing. As if the world wasn't coming to shit towards the end of the year and you thought that 2025 was going to come and everything was just going to magically be, what, peaches and cream? No, it don't go that way. But let me know how you feel about Ken and De'Ara's situation. Waka Flocka got jumped by 10 men and none of his people helped him? This ain't so. Now we're going to listen to what Waka had to say about this, and also a little graphic picture, okay?
Crazy, I believe that shit.
Is it April Fool's? And I just don't know? Because what it is about everybody coming on the internet for a clout moment. Big ages. Putting out false things to get attention. What do y'all think that he did that for? Why do you think that he put that out there? Now, around his eyes already look black. So, I mean, but who would really do that? Like, what is going on in this world? You got Taseki faking pregnancies because she has a single coming out. Waka Flocka staged a jumping. For what reason? I don't know. Please tell me what's going on in the world. Now we got Royce. Okay. This is part 5. I don't see a part 6. So after this is going to be part 7 in the next video.
Part 5. I think it's also important to note when people ask, well, why couldn't you all try and work this out? Y'all needed therapy. We were actually given a parenting coordinator, and I went to all the appointments. He went to one. He stopped showing up. So she ended up writing a letter stating that she could not do her job because of his failure to participate. So we are now at the end of 2009, and unbeknownst to me, this agreement I've signed has just basically destroyed my life. Well, not only am I fighting him in civil court, but I'm also fighting him in family court. They are filing all these motions claiming that I am denying visitation when half the time they asked for it, he wasn't even in town. But what does that mean? More attorney fees, more court costs. Because every time a motion was filed, we had to answer. During this time, I am also dealing with one of his minions that is going on the internet and threatening to fight me at my son's birthday party. She was saying that someone was going to end up at the 33rd Street jail, that they needed to have her bail money because there was going to be trouble. I am expressing my concern regarding this person, and finally it was agreed that she would not come. So now here we are in the first quarter of 2010, and I'm filming the show. I am living my best life. I am outside. I am dancing at pool parties. And here comes another lawsuit. What does that mean? Another set of retainer fees. There goes my first check. So the second quarter of 2010, I am getting drained with attorney fees. I'm fighting him in family court as well as civil court. And I'm also doing promo for the show. I am now asked to go on the Wendy Williams show. Not as a guest, but as a how you doing girl. She asked me if my son's father was Superman. I said yes. I'm now sued. I am sued for $500 million. As I'm dealing with this latest lawsuit and people are laughing at me all over the internet and wishing hell on me, hoping that I go to jail, calling me every name in the book, I am also getting harassed by the same person who threatened to fight me at my son's birthday party. She is sending me messages about, ha ha ha, how does it feel to not be number one anymore? How does it feel to know you're not the only one? Don't you feel stupid? And what was she talking about? We have welcomed baby number 2, a little girl born in June of 2010.
Royce definitely sounds like she went through hell with her baby daddy from beginning till now, and all because he has that power and money to do so. You see what these weak men be out here doing? They would do you wrong, treat you like shit, and then because they have the power or the money, they will drag you in some stress. Okay? And then they will have these delusional females that they piping down and cracking cheeks, feeling so entitled. Oh my God, I'm number 1, and oh my God, you're number 2. And or reality, if you have that mindset as a grown-ass woman, you need help. You need to get evaluated. Because if a man is doing the same thing with you and everybody else, no matter if you came first or she came last or whoever, it don't matter. Y'all are equally being played and disrespected. So there's no winner and there's no prizes. So ladies, please cut that out.
In September of 2010, there was another lawsuit. What does that mean? More money, in which at this point I did not have. He won. There was a writ of garnishment that was made out for November of 2010, and they went and looked for every single account that I had, and they took everything from me. Not only did they do that, they found the account that I had with my mother since I was a little girl, the very first account I ever had, and she was attached to it. It wasn't even an account that I used anymore. But because they didn't get anything out of that account from me, they took everything from her. They took my mom's entire savings. In the early part of 2011, I released my book, College Girls. I was hosting parties. I had a boyfriend, the one that bought me the dog. I was doing the weekly blog for the show. I was in Detroit doing the play Cheaters. I was hustling, y'all. Come June of 2011, wouldn't you know, by the grace of God, out pops Superman and Sister C. This one is a Christian. She is modest. She is a beautiful girl, all natural, and I mean, very Little House on the Prairie. Perfect for his image. He is getting baptized. He is giving himself to God. He is in love. Visitations seem as if they are becoming more consistent, so I'm grateful. August comes, and because visitation has become a little bit more consistent, my son is now waiting for him on the curb. Yes, just like the little picture of the kid sitting on the curb with a lunchbox waiting for their parent that never comes. That was my child, the one and only time I allowed him to do that. But nobody called to say that they weren't coming. And because I turned into the FBI, I find bitches instantly. I went on Twitter because I wanted to know where he was. And this was around the time where people were putting all their business out there. So I saw a picture and he was in New Jersey. He was on a basketball court with his Pastor Zachary Timms. Oh, I had to go back to my calendar and I was making sure that this was a day that he was supposed to have our son. And it was, and I reached out to my attorney. I sent the picture to my attorney and I'm like, what is going on? There was no response. So the next day, I get back on the internet because I want to see if there's at least a timeline of a return because my plans have now changed, but it's always been that way. Well, all of a sudden, the Twitter page went from 10,000 plus tweets to 10, 20? What happened? Did he find out that I saw that he was in New Jersey and didn't get our son for visitation? No, I then see a headline that says, Pastor Zachary Timms is no longer with us. Oh. For the rest of that year, I minded my business. Although I was still fighting in court and talking about this nanny and being told I was a liar, I kept my mouth shut. Well, now we're in January of 2012, and I am dating my football player, and I am happy. A picture comes out of him taking a nap with my son. Fully clothed, very innocent picture. The narrative that is given is that my boyfriend was being inappropriate with him. They took that narrative and they ran with it for weeks. They didn't care that it could destroy this person's character, his career, his reputation, nothing. It wasn't about the nanny who was actually being inappropriate. It was about a distraction. Why? Well, in February, that is when I was made aware that he was leaving Orlando. And then in March, here comes baby number 3. Baby number 3 is over a year old. Baby number 3 is a little girl. Baby number 3 was born the same year as baby number 2. We are now in April of 2012, and Superman is having back surgery in California, and I'm ecstatic that he is no longer here because I'm thinking he's going to leave me alone. He does not. I am hit with another lawsuit. In this lawsuit, I am almost immediately demanded to send my child to California for 6 weeks.
As a parent, I can just imagine. Well, I can't. I don't want to imagine it. When the courts will have you doing something that you do not want doing when it comes to your child. You know what I'm saying? Oh, send your kid here with the dad, knowing, because according to her, the girlfriend or whoever that he was around was being inappropriate with her son. Now, I don't know how anybody else would do this, but for me, I'm a full-time parent. I'm the only parent, and I feel like if a kid is with that parent their whole life, basically, that person should automatically, legally get full custody. That's just how I feel. And I feel like the other parent, you know, should sign away their rights. That's just how I feel, because she's going through unnecessary situations where her child could just be with her safe, and it don't have to be a back and forth or, you know, some type of power thing, because a lot of these men really don't want to be fathers. You see how he just popping out the babies and barely is around? They like having that control because a lot of these narcissists think that they can have babies with you, and that could be something to hold over your head for life. Oh, you're my baby mother. Like, as if you're supposed to obey everything that they say. Like, it's weird.
I get 1 week of visitation. Yes, I was forced to send my child to California for 6 weeks to be with a person that he has not seen in 6 months, even when he was in Orlando. That visitation exchange was probably one of the worst situations I've ever had to endure. I watched my child hyperventilate. I watched my child scream. I watched my child reach for me to take him, and I had to let him go. I was given a visit halfway through, and I saw the same exact thing. And I was also there with one of my dancer friends that I dance with in Miami, who I also dance with sometimes when I take a heels class. They were there to console me because I could not, in my mind, save my child. After that visitation, I was hit in court with more motions, more visitation requests for days that he was not even in town. And there was one time where we actually did communicate and came up with a visitation schedule, and flights had already been made, but his attorneys wanted to go to court claiming that I was denying visitation. I went to court that day and I showed the judge that we already had the flight information. His attorneys sat there and were acting so oblivious as if they had no idea. In 2013, I'm hit with more court filings and requests to produce as usual, but around April, I'm hearing rumors of another baby. Well, come June, that baby is born, a little boy, and I say on Twitter, congratulations, happy birthday. This baby was born in California, my little house on the prairie, Sister C, and he has now been traded to Houston.
I just know for a fact the person that I am, if that ever was a situation, and God, please don't ever let that be a situation of mine where either of my baby fathers, you know, decided to be petty and want to try to take me to court and do all that stuff, because nobody got time for that, because my kids been with me since they came out the kitchen. Okay? No matter what. If I ever had a situation, I'm like, oh, well, your kid has to do this unsupervised and I don't trust nobody. I don't even trust their dads. You understand what I'm saying? I don't trust nobody with my kids. And that's just how it is. Because the world that we live in, you can't trust nobody nowadays. especially not with your kid. You're supposed to be the protector. I don't care who feel any type of way. My kids will never be alone with anybody. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care. I will run away with my kids and I will get in trouble. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's equivalent. I go to jail. What, for kidnapping my own kids? Or I could have them, because either way it goes, that's what I'm saying. Because I go to jail and then they still go over there anyways. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, what can you do in that situation? What can y'all really do in that situation where you have no power or control? And what happened to your kids? That came out of your body. That's crazy how the legal system works. But anyways, let me know how you feel about everything. Hopefully, Royce get it together and Dwight calm down. He got a whole bunch of babies and baby mothers he could worry about. Why her? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I said everything that I really need to say in this video. If you have anything that y'all want me to talk about, hit up my Instagram on eToxicTLounge. And make sure y'all run this video up with likes, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell, share the video, okay? So it can circulate around. But, Happy New Year's. 2025 is here. And just pray up. That's it. Anyway, I love y'all and I'll see y'all in the next video. Until then, my loungies, toodaloos. Bye-bye.
I was planning on this being something worth mentioning. Energy invested in someone I saw potential in. Who killed chivalry? They need to get their sentence in.